everybody, I just want to say a quick message. I am now going to be doing a hashtag Sunday shout out on my Sunday videos. So comment below hashtag Sunday shout out and I will pick one of you to give a shout out in my video. So this is for anybody, so even if you're not a creator, just comment below and I will give you a shout out. So today's shout out is going to at AlyKat's Tingles ASMR. I absolutely love your videos and thank you very much for all the support that you've given me. So hi there, you alright? Great. How's your day been? Good. Yeah, don't worry, this won't take too long. No problem. I'm glad that I can help you. So thank you for asking me to help you out today. Yeah, so I have written down a few of the most popular slang words that we sometimes use, and hopefully I can explain them well enough for you. Great. So I've written them in my book just here. I thought this would probably be the most easiest way. I have added in a couple of the words that you asked me already just so I can go through them with you. Okay, so we are going to start off with the phrase alright. So if I said to you, alright, what do you think I'm asking or saying? Yeah, so I'm asking if you're alright. Alright, it is not necessarily used as like a question, for example. So like I could say, are you alright? And that would be regarding your health or, asking how your day's been or something like that. It's not always that. Sometimes you could walk down the street and pass someone and say, you're right. And it's a greeting. It's a way of saying hello. You wouldn't necessarily reply with, yeah, I'm good. Sometimes you could, but most of the time you're just like, you're right. And you'll both just say you're right and that's it. So yeah, you kind of have to know that how you're saying it. So if you're saying it's like, you're right, that's like a hello, rather than being like, are you okay? Are you alright? That's a question. So yeah, if I said to you, you're right, that's me saying hello or greeting you. Okay, so we then have Bagsy. Would you know what Bagsy is? So if I said to you, Bagsy. So yes, it is kind of like saying shotgun. So it's kind of like, that's mine, Bagsy that. So if I said to you, who wants the last cake? You could say, Bagsy. And yeah, it's kind of like you're taking something, you called it out first, that sort of thing. Then we have bog. So bog is another word for a toilet, okay? It doesn't even, yeah, if you just heard the word bog, some people are a bit like, the bog? What? But yeah, it does mean toilet, or it can mean toilet. Some of these probably have different sort of meanings as well, but these are just what I get from them, okay? So we then have bog roll, which is exactly toilet roll. Cheesed off. So if I said to you, oh, I'm cheesed off now, what would you think? Yep, so it's kind of annoyed, I've had enough. Yep, I'm cheesed off. It's kind of like you're a bit peed off. Yeah, so yeah, you would say I'm cheesed off. Yeah, that's how you would do it. Do you get that one? Yeah, it's literally exactly the same as peed off, except you're cheesed off. I don't know why, because I love cheese and that's been said in a negative way, so yeah, I have no idea, but that is just what is said sometimes. I know I've definitely said it sometimes, that I'm cheesed off, but yeah. Okay, so chockablock. Chockablock. What do you think that means? I'll give you a clue. It doesn't mean that you're going to cut something. Yeah, so if I said, oh, the supermarket's a chock-a-block at the moment, what would you think I mean? So no, it's not empty. It's actually the opposite. So it would be like it is filled, like it's busy, it's filled up. It can also mean loud sometimes, but it depends how you say it. So if I said to you, oh, the traffic's chock-a-block, yeah, so it'd be really busy. Yeah, a lot of cars. Exactly. So chock-a-block means that it's busy, very busy. There's a lot going on. Then we have a chuffed. Chuffed. So if I said I'm chuffed, I've probably given it away because I'm smiling. I either smile or I'm frown, so I probably give away like if it's good or bad. But yeah, I'm chuffed means like I'm thrilled, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm chuffed about that. So if I heard some good news, I would be like, oh, I'm really chuffed, you know, I'm chuffed about that. I don't know, I wouldn't say that I'm chuffed for you, if that makes sense. I would use it more of like a personal thing. Daft or daft. Daft or daft. I would say daft. So you could say to someone, oh, don't be so daft. What would that mean? Yeah, so it's kind of like being silly or stupid. Silly and stupid, yep. So I would say you wouldn't say it more as like you're daft, if that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't anyway. I would say like, don't be so daft, or yeah, you wouldn't say you're not daft. So say if like I was doing something silly, someone could say, oh, don't be so daft. So it's kind of like, oh, don't be silly. Or you could also say if, you know, if I don't know, looked in the mirror and said, oh, I look horrible. Someone could say, oh, don't be so daft. Yeah. There's a few different ways you can use that one in. But that's kind of what it means. It's kind of like, oh, don't say that. That's what it means, yeah. So like, don't be so daft kind of means like, oh, don't do that, don't say that. Exactly. So we then have easy peasy. There's a little song with this one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't know why we say that, but we do. I mean, I do anyway. So easy peasy, it gives it away kind of in the name. Yeah, so it's easy peasy. Easy peasy kind of means it's easier than easy. So something could be easy, but if something's easy peasy, it's even easier than easy. If that makes sense. I feel like I've just confused you. But yeah, so say if I said, oh, you know, picking up this pencil is easy peasy, but balancing it standing up could just be easy. So like easy peasy is easier than easy. Does that make sense? Basically it means it's very, very easy. Okay, so we have full of beans. What might full of beans mean? That you're filled with beans, yeah, but it also means that you have a lot of energy. So like, if I don't know, loads of kids are running around, you could say, oh, they're full of beans today. It means they've got a lot of energy today. They've had too much coffee, they've had too much sugar. So yeah, full of beans is kind of like, oh, full of beans today, bouncing off the walls. That's another saying actually, bouncing off the walls. That's not actually in this, but I suppose bouncing off the walls. I'm not sure if everyone says it or if it's like, you know, what the British slang, I'm not sure. But yeah, so full of beans and bouncing off the walls are, you know, very closely together. So full of beans, yeah, it means you're full of energy, you've just got a lot of energy really. And then bouncing off the walls again means you're full of energy. So yeah, They're kind of the same thing. Okay, we have gobsmacked. What might gobsmacked mean? So I'm gobsmacked. Most of these sayings, yeah, you would say I'm. Yeah. So gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked. So gobsmacked can be used, positively and negatively. So you could say, I don't know, you could find out something really bad and say, oh gosh, I'm gobsmacked about that. Like you didn't expect it. But then you could then win an award and say, oh, I'm gobsmacked. So you can use that one positively or negatively. Okay, we have jammy. What might jammy mean? Oh, you're jammy. You wouldn't necessarily say I'm jammy. I wouldn't anyway. You would probably say you're jammy. Yeah, so you say it about somebody else. It's kind of like you're lucky. Or so if this is what normally when we're playing pool, because sometimes I can be, quite good at it. But, some of my friends would be like, oh, you're jammy. Because I wouldn't even aim properly and yet I'll pot a ball or something like that. So they would say, oh, you're jammy. Or poker, if you always win, you could be quite jammy. So yeah, it's kind of like, oh, you're lucky, you always win. But it's like an unexpected win. So if something's unexpected, or like, how did you do that? You would say, you're jammy. Yeah. Okay, we then have a kip. Kip. Kip is a strange one. I don't know why we say kip, because it's the same amount of letters as the actual word. But yeah. So yeah, you would say, I'm gonna take a kip. What might that mean? I'm gonna take a kip. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a nap. I don't know why we say kip instead of nap when they're the same word. But yeah, kip. I'm gonna take a kip. I feel like kip, when someone says kip to me, I feel like they are laying on a sofa watching TV. And I feel like kip is more of like a chilled. So it's like you're more just chilling rather than focus on sleeping, if that makes sense. So if I said, I'm exhausted, I'm gonna take a kip. Kip is more of just like you're laying down just closing your eyes, whereas a nap is an actual sleep. So I think that's the difference. But obviously some people sleep when they take a kip. But yeah, it's the same as taking a nap. But I feel like a kip is a bit more like, oh, I'm just gonna lay there with my eyes shut. More of like a relaxation. Yeah. And then we have leggit. Leggit. So leggit is like running really fast. But you wouldn't say if you were in a race, you wouldn't be like, I'm legging it. I mean you might. But it's more about getting away from something fast. So if you got in trouble, you might say, come on quick, let's leg it. That means quickly, let's get out of here. Yeah, it's kind of like we need to leg it, like we need to get out of here fast, we need to run away. Yeah, or if you're playing like a game outside with like your friends or something, like it, you might be like, quick, leg it, get over here. Yeah, it's kind of like to get away fast, to run really fast. Yep. We then have mush. I think this is like a northern word, I'm not sure though. I don't really say this one, so yeah, I'm not sure if, yeah, I think it's northern, but I know some people who would say it. So it's mush, mush, mush. So yeah, it's like mouth. So you would you wouldn't be like, my mush. I don't know, I probably wouldn't say that, but you would say to someone else like, oh, shut your mush, which is kind of like saying shut up. Yeah, most of these phrases is kind of like a nicer way of telling someone to, like, I don't know. So for example, mush, like instead of saying to someone, oh, shut your mouth, by saying, oh, shut your mush, it's a bit more, it's not as rude. So I feel like some of the words are trying to say it but not to be as rude. Yeah. Okay, and then we have not my cup of tea. I use this one quite a lot actually. Not like all the time, but I have used it. It's probably the most popular one that I use, not my cup of tea. It's not literate, so it doesn't mean like, that's not my tea. Like you would, I mean you'd say that anyway if it wasn't your tea, but like you wouldn't be like, no, that's not my tea. You don't, it's not about tea, not my cup of tea. It's kind of like, say if someone said, oh, should we go watch Star Wars? I might say, oh, no, that's not my cup of tea. It's kind of like something that you're not interested in, something that, you know, you kind of dislike, or it's not you, or, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like that's what I mean, it's kind of like a friendlier way of saying no. So, yeah, most of the sayings are normally a way of saying like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not being as rude. That's the best way to put it. Okay, so we have off your trolley. Off your trolley. It kind of means you're crazy, or I suppose it means that you've got a lot of energy as well, which, yeah, it does mean you're a little bit crazy. And then we have on your bike. On your bike again is another one of the ones where you're trying to be nice to someone without being horrible. So on your bike, it's kind of like on your way, get on your way. It's kind of like telling someone to leave. But then, no, yeah, it is telling someone to leave. I was going to say like, get on your bike. On your bike. Yeah, on your bike, it does mean telling someone to leave, but it's kind of like a polite way of saying, go on, get on your bike. Piece of cake. Now, this isn't literate again, this does not mean the cake itself, it doesn't mean food. So, piece of cake is kind of like, it's kind of like easy peasy. Yeah, I'd say it's the same as easy peasy. So it's kind of like, oh, piece of cake, that. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, doing something. Picking up his pencil, piece of cake. Piece of cake means easy peasy, basically. Quid. Quid. What might quid mean? Quid. 10 quid. Yeah, pounds. So quid is another word for pounds. And then we have porkies. Porkies. Yes. So this is kind of like you're lying. So I wouldn't probably say I'm telling porkies. It's something that you'd use to say to someone else. So you would say, you're telling porkies. I think this saying is more used towards kids without saying like you're lying. It's kind of like, oh, you telling porkies. It's kind of like a light-hearted way of saying, oh, you're lying, I've caught you out. But yeah, porkies is like, oh, it's kind of a small lie. So you'd be like, are you telling porkies? Yeah. Okay, we then have put a sock in it. Put a sock in it. Yes, this is telling someone to be quiet. Again, yeah, most of these are actually a nicer way of telling someone to be quiet, or, you know, it's, yeah, you don't want to be as rude, so you'd say, oh, put a sock in it, if someone was really annoying you, or being loud, yeah, you'd just say, put a sock in it. Okay, scrummy. That's scrummy. Yeah, so that's delicious or tasty. Scrummy is kind of like, scrummy. Yeah, you can say it like before you've eaten something, so you say, oh, that smells scrummy. Or you could say it once you've eaten something and say, oh, that was scrummy. Yeah. We then have tar, or tar. I think it's tar. Tar is what I would say. It's kind of like thanks, or like thank you, but it's more used, you wouldn't use it in the same sense of thank you. So by saying thank you, you're actually, you know, you mean it. It's more meaningful. Tar is not meaningful, I wouldn't say. So like, you would say tar if everybody's saying thank you, if that makes sense. So like, the best way for me to describe this would be in like a classroom when the teacher is handing out a paper to everybody. When they get it, they would say, oh, thank you, thanks. Instead of constantly saying thanks, someone might say, oh, ta, like really quickly. It's like a quick way of saying thank you. So for ta, you wouldn't just say it, you know, to actually thank someone. It's more of like a, oh ta. It's more of like a reaction. Yeah, so you would say ta if, you know, everybody's saying thank you, but you need to get it done quick. So you'd be like, oh ta. Yeah, or thanks. Yeah. It's like a quick way of saying thank you. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, we've got 3 left. So we've got welly. Welly. It's not a welly boot. I mean, it is, but it's not in this sense. So, yeah, so welly, you would say like, oh, put your welly into it. I'd probably say, put your welly into it. I wouldn't be like, I'm putting my welly into it. Yeah, put your welly into it. Yeah, it's kind of like, go on, put in your best, or like, you could say like, oh, I've put my welly into it. I don't know, that doesn't sound right, but it's kind of like putting your welly into it means that you've tried your best, you've given everything you've got, you've put your whole strength into it, if that makes sense. So you could try and lift something and be like, oh, I've put my welly into it, I can't do it anymore. Like, yeah, putting your welly into something means you've given it your best shot, you've tried your best, and that's it. And then we have sick. So I actually said this in a couple of videos. So sick, obviously, is sick. So like, it is vomit. But sick can also mean that's great. So like, I would be like, oh, that's sick. Means like, that's great, that's amazing, that's brilliant. I'd be like, oh, you're sick. Oh, that's sick. If I said sick in a conversation, other than I've just been sick, it means that's great, amazing. So if I was like, oh, this setup is sick, this video idea is sick, means like, it's great. Unless you're actually talking about sick. Sick is good. I know it's confusing. I don't know why I say it. I don't know why. But yeah, that's what that means. So if someone says, oh, that's sick, if I ever comment and say back to you, oh, that's sick, that's what that means. It means it's great, it's amazing, like, you know, thank you, that's such a good idea, etc. Yeah. And lastly, we have yonks. I do say this one, yonks. Yonks, it's not another word for years, but it's kind of like, oh, I haven't done that in yonks, which means like I haven't done that in years. So like, oh, it's been ages, or it's like a long period of time. I filmed a video in yonks. Or I haven't been to school in yonks. It's kind of like you haven't done something in a long period of time. Yeah. So, yeah, you could say, oh, I haven't been on holiday in yonks. It's normally like a negative way though, so you would be like, oh, I haven't done that in yonks. Yeah. Okay, so I think, how did you find that? I know some of them are a little bit, but yeah, these are kind of what I get from them. Obviously everybody's different, so you might get a different perspective from one of these. But yeah, so we did 26 today, and if you want to know some more, just let me know. Alright? Just drop me an email and we can go through some more. Alright. You're welcome. I'm glad that I could help you out today. Great. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.